Hello, my name is Rebecca Odih. I'm a gross margin senior analyst for an energy supplier. Currently, I'm studying my CIMA operational level. I would like to share my experience with you during this time of change in society as a whole. One of the main challenges which many of us may have struggled with initially was getting used to working from home. It has previously been fairly easy when it happens occasionally, but I personally struggled with making my home also my place of work. I had to figure out how to adapt my usual routine to ensure I wasn't easily distracted or isolated from not being able to have regular face-to-face interactions with my colleagues. What I found helpful was setting up a workspace which ensured I had a place to focus and was free from distractions. It was also essential that meetings like quality conversations with my manager continued as normal. I have also found daily team check-ins, which are in everyone's calendars, help boost morale as they take the place of the usual few minutes that you might spend whilst getting a coffee. I have found out that I'm getting to know my colleagues a lot more than when we were together. In the few weeks leading up to the lockdown in the UK, I was apprehensive and unsure what the impact of coronavirus would have been on starting my classroom lectures as well as sitting my exams once the class is finished. Fortunately, the training provider which I was signed up to was able to move to online live lectures and seemed to be able to maintain the timetable which provided the relief. When the lockdown was first introduced, it was a shock as there were a lot of unknowns about the impact on my studies. Hearing about CIMA's partnership with Pearson VUE to bring in remote testing gave me comfort. Personally, I have found balancing my work-life routine quite difficult. It's very easy for me to get engrossed in my daily work and not realize the day is almost over. I have not practiced any form of self-care, which would normally be like listening to podcasts on my way home or even having a catch-up with a friend. However, I had to take a step back and realize that I'm still able to do many of the things I have previously enjoyed. Physically distancing does not mean that we shouldn't still be engaged with ourselves and with others in our lives. I have switched things up by listening to podcasts while cooking, ensuring I have regular check-ins over the phone to those close to me. I've also found setting timers on my phone to take a break really useful when I've been sat in one place for too long. Working and studying from home can be a real challenge during this testing time. My advice is primarily ensuring you are looking after yourself. Self-care is very important, especially when we feel like we have so much on our plate to juggle and a lot of uncertainty. Try and maintain a good connection with colleagues and other CIMA students or members to keep our support networks going. Daily or weekly check-ins, video lunches, or social engagement events like virtual quizzes or even art classes if you're up to the bar. Take a break. Set aside time to have lunch. Move away from your desk to give your mind a break. Most importantly, we are all human, and I'm sure we are doing our best to ensure there is continuity in our various businesses and in our lives. I am sure the people around us virtually know that, so keep up the good work.